guy wants my head on a platter, I think, and yet he's acting like we're colleagues and like I'm just here to help him out, right? He thinks I'm here to give him the goods and try and make it easy for him to give me a kangaroo trial with his buddies at the courthouse. We'll come to that in a second. I see you guys in there, and I see you shouting out. Hope everybody's being nice. And if you saw the videos from last week, well, first of all, one thing at a time. I'm going to flip camera here. Couple of incidental items. I thought we'd start doing like photo of the day on the live show right here. How about that, okay? So I'm going to flip. And, well, two things, actually. I made a new profile photo. Check out the new profile photo I made for the page. All right, so this is a photo I just did. Actually, my 8-year-old son, took the photo on one of my cameras. And I just was looking at my stance, and I'm like, that's how I feel every time I'm driving down the road or cruising on my one wheel, and I see a cop, all right? So that's the new profile photo. Let's swing over right here while I've got you on. I'm just going to take care of this. I'm going to go to here, upload. Right now we have my Justice profile photo, which you guys can download. It's the blue line, shattered by Justice, and but it's been up for a while, so I'm going to put up my When You See a Cop profile photo. And they're trying to crop it. They think that I haven't already. It's like, seriously, I've already made the photo exactly the way I want it, all right? So let's just stick with that. Okay, that's done. Photo of the day. I figured when we do these live streams, we really need a photo of the day. This light in this camera is driving me nuts, but when I do the real deal, right? When I do real cameras, I do not use my phone when I'm like doing a shoot. And this is the photo of the day right here. How about that? Wow, it's like super bright too. That's my girl. That's my wife. Did this little portrait in Texas, and that's my photo of the day. Maybe next photo of the day, I'll do a van. But look, you gotta make your lady feel beautiful, all right? So your wife is the best model. Got to make your lady feel beautiful. It makes your wife insatiable. I know. I have 5 kids. Just saying. Okay. She's hot. You're right. You're right. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to turn this other light on. My gosh. The thing is, I can set up a whole streaming rig and everything, guys, but then I don't get to stream as often. And it's like the way this camera works, it doesn't adjust. It doesn't adjust. So look up here. I come up here, right? If I come down here and lower my forehead. All right. Just weird, random stuff here in the studio today that hopefully will be fixed when the stolen phone that was stolen from me by Officer Pat Kennedy, that he stole from me for evidence of me filming him, which I'm now being charged of by Prosecutor Mark. Thanks, guys. Prosecutor Mark. So let's go back to what Prosecutor Mark has said today. I'm going to swing this over a little so you can see the screen, but I'll read it to you guys because otherwise it's kind of hectic here. All right. So here's this email. So I get another email today. Remember I did a video a couple days ago saying, well, Prosecutor Mark emailed me, and he's saying, you know, he wants me to make a deal to go sit down with him, and we'll all sit down together, and I'll give them the password to get into my phone so that I know everything's on the up and up. And I'm thinking, why would I want you parasites rooting around in my phone? There's a reason, guys, that we put password protection on our phone. It's not just for videos, and so cops like Kennedy can't steal stuff off my phone, all right? It's so they don't plant evidence. And it's because we have personal photos of our family and our wives and things like that in there. It's not that there's anything bad, but you know what? This is how a prosecutor thinks, all right? Let's go into the mind of a prosecutor. It seems they must not be doing so well unlocking the phone that they stole from me and got an illegal warrant for, and that there's no due process, and that they're prosecuting me even though they know they have no evidence. Grant County, Washington. All right. And I'm trying to be levity about this, but I don't mean to make light with you guys. These prosecutors, these officers, they are armed, they are dangerous, they are vindictive, they are violent, and they are completely without honor. And so I don't want to underestimate to anyone out there how bad these people really are. These people destroy lives for a living, all right? So I told Prosecutor Mark basically, well, what did I say? Let's go. I actually took it here. Here's the emails. and you can't read those because live streaming quality is kind of terrible on here, and I've been trying to fix that too, but I actually put them on a text edit and made them bigger for the benefit of all of us, so that you guys can actually see this. I'm gonna make them bigger yet, because we have the technology to do it. Okay, so here's what I said in my last email, right? I said I was gonna send him a response, because he wanted to know if I would get together and give them the password, all right? I said, I see no reason to negotiate on this matter. There's no benefit of me giving you the tools to potentially use against me when I have not even seen those things myself. All right, so no, of course I'm not going to get together and enter the password for you so you can dump a copy of everything on my phone and root through it for the next year. No. This was his response today. This is the email I sent. I find it, listen to how these parasites work. I find it interesting that you claim the contents of the video will be used against you, given you actually witnessed what was recorded. Can you please explain what was on the video that you feel will be used against you? Can you please explain what's on the video that you feel will be used against you? I'm sorry, are you kidding me? This is the thing though, guys. These people, this is how they work, and they actually get convictions this way, all right? People are going to prison for life on this level of evidence. They're sending people in this county up for murder. There, I made that light a little better. Up for murder on nothing but circumstantial evidence. And so these guys act like, well, we're just working with you, right? See, they're used to people inside. They're used to other lawyers, and those other lawyers will play the game with them, and they'll act like they're all peers. Mark Fedoruk of the Grant County Prosecutor's Office is not my peer. He does not represent the law. He represents the backing and the enforcement of a crime syndicate seeking to exercise their will on other people. I'm here representing my rights and the law. He's representing a fake prosecutorial misconduct charge. He's representing an officer who violated the law. He's representing a judge who violated the law. But I want you to notice, remember on the last video, if you didn't see it, go watch it, I illustrated how they use police reports to build cases that are false against us, all right? On this, we see the same pattern. What he's trying to do now is I sent him a couple emails, and he's thinking, well, let me probe Gavin for information, okay? Let me probe Gavin for information. So we had an illegal arrest, illegal confiscation of evidence, violation of the Fourth Amendment probable cause, violation from the judge's part and the prosecutor's part, because there was no probable cause, because they had no evidence, and yet they continue with these malicious charges anyway. So the crimes have been committed over and over and over again, just like in every court in America every day. But what does Prosecutor Mark? I say, very specifically, I don't want to give you tools that you might potentially use against me, because I know how it works. I know the only reason they want access to my phone is so they can root around and look for anything they can use against me. I got a discovery pack from the prosecutor's office. You know what's in the discovery that they plan to admit into evidence? A whole bunch of my videos, just like this one here, where they want to admit into evidence and play little snippets of those so they can go before a jury and say, look how radical and crazy this guy is because he calls out the police. Because I use words like Blue ISIS and the Blue Syndicate, and I call these guys for what they are, okay? So on the discovery disc of what they're entering into evidence is all these videos like I'm doing to you guys right now. Now that's okay, I watch my tongue, right? You guys know I'm a man of peace. Anytime I talk about the cops and how bad it is, I always remind us that we need to be more principled than them, that we need to be men of peace because they're men of violence. So I'm not afraid of the words that I speak, but I can tell you the best words you speak, even though I'm not ashamed of the words I speak, they absolutely will gather those. And I know because I've been on trial before. I've seen the videos of myself and my Facebook posts up on the screen. They will do everything they can to try and demonize you and make you look like a radical. And then they have the gall to send an email like, why wouldn't you want to give us everything and hand us evidence on your behalf? As if they're your friend and they're here to help you, right? They're literally trying to kidnap and rob and hurt you and lock you in a cage. That's what they're doing. So, needless to say, at this point, I don't really see any reason to respond to Prosecutor Mark. The days are ticking in which the judge ordered Prosecutor Mark to give my phone back. And I did actually ask Prosecutor Mark if he'd ever heard of the Constitution in a previous video. Let me see if I have that right here. Hey, there's me live streaming. Look at that poster. That's funny. Okay, so anyways, like, share, subscribe. Let me just actually go here, and I will show you guys. I'm going to go into my Creator Studio and look at my videos here. Where is it? Here's a video here of us walking out of the courtroom a couple of weeks ago. Go watch the whole thing if you haven't seen it. But this is actually me asking Prosecutor Mark if, of course, it's been demonetized. I'm the prosecutor's... This was a live stream, so you actually see right here. Anyways, you can go watch this one if you want. It's too long, I'm not going to go through it. I don't want to clutter up this stream with that stream. Bottom line is, I have Prosecutor Mark on video, and I asked him about the Constitution, and you guys can go see that if you want. But I don't mean to make light of this prosecution. I'm trying to stay lighthearted. I'm trying to stand my ground. My appeals to heaven. I've committed no crime. I've done nothing wrong. I've spoken the truth. And the truth, as usual, every single day I'm getting attacked for the truth, right? People are saying, how dare you? You offend my sense of nationalism. You offend my flag. You offend... And I'm like, I don't care about your nationalism. I don't care about your fake patriotism. I care about justice, all right? And if what I say is offensive, if what I say is offensive to you, is what I tell people. If what I say is offensive to you, it's probably because it's true. And I want you guys to think about this. When somebody says something that you know is simply false, and you know who you are and where you stand, and you know it's false, it really doesn't offend you. You just pity the person, all right? So these people that are always getting offended by the truth, whether it's on anything, it's because the truth, we poked a nerve. It's because we're hitting close to home. That's why the government is offended when we speak out. That's why they want to destroy and kill people who are calling them out on their deeds, who are saying that they are a crime syndicate, that they universally violate everyone's rights, that every court trial is a violation of due process under our Constitution. The judges will not even allow the Constitution in the courtrooms most of the time, you guys. When I brought up the Constitution to the judge this last week, he completely ignored it and tried to shut me down with court rules. And when I brought up court rules that he didn't know, he completely ignored that and said, well, I have to file a motion. It's not law. It's a sham. None of our courts, none of our prosecutors are representing law. Does it mean there's never people in these things that did truly bad things? No. But when the people bringing the charges and setting up the trial are just as big of murderers, criminals, rapists, and robbers as the person who is supposedly guilty of the crime that they're charging of him, who are we supposed to believe? These people, these prosecutors, they have no credibility. They don't represent the law. They may be attorneys, but they're really not lawyers. They're there to lie and steal and kill and destroy, along with their buddies in Blue ISIS. That's a fact. You guys can actually go, if you want to give your input, keep your principle about you as always, but the Grant County prosecutor here in Ephrata, you could actually go right here, and 754-2011 during daytime hours if you want to give them a call. Garth Dano is actually the elected prosecutor. Shortly after he was elected, I remember standing in a parking lot talking about history and the Constitution, and he was telling me that he really liked studying the Founding Fathers, and he wanted to talk to me because he just thought I was interesting. Here's his people now prosecuting me in complete violation of the Constitution. Guess what? He doesn't really value the Constitution. All right? So, stay strong, speak out, air all the dirty laundry. If you're dealing with something like this, do your live stream, share it with your Facebook friends. Tell people how corrupt it really is so that you can stand out. All right, guys. I'm going to go. Peace. Stand up. We've been going for 15 minutes already. Thank you all for popping in for tonight's live show. I have a bunch of videos. I have videos of interactions with police and stuff that I need to post, but I got to go over here and prep them up so I can get them out. Make sure you can hear the audio, things like that. So if people are always like, Gavin, where's the police videos? I make no guarantees on this channel of how many videos you will get with police. I try to avoid police when possible, but there's quite an archive here on the channel of my encounters with the police. Probably more than almost any other activist on here. I have a lot of them, so you guys can watch police videos all night or whatever, right? But more importantly, go out and stand up yourself, pick up your camera, speak out. You can do it. Our voices have power. We'll do another Q&A here soon. You guys have a good night.